friend. Our town.
Good morning, Peter. Good morning, Ed. It's good to have you guys here this morning. No two people I'd rather spend Christmas morning with, and Rick Reichmuth, who's obviously giving us the weather all morning long, but did not give Santa the weather because apparently
Santa was complaining he didn't know that there's going to be a storm in Finland. Over Finland.
So in mere moments, we'll have Santa, but we will also have the next best thing to Santa, which is Steve Doocy.
Ooh.
We are going to have to wait and see if he's in the Santa suit.
Oh, that'd
Can we
be
ask
cool.
him whatever we want about what goes on in the Doocy household?
We've seen everything
seen all the
videos. I mean, what's
You've
left?
seen a video from every Christmas that we've had in my life so far.
And we wanted
in
to
the
do-
last 2 days.
Right.
I don't know what's left to ask. Yeah, so there's
here
this.
we go.
Yeah.
A very special Doocy Christmas right here.
Come on now! I got my bike! I got my bike!
Sally, look at your car! Look at your car, Sally!
So this is the video that my dad shot of my sisters and I running from our bedrooms upstairs down, racing down to see what Santa left us. You can see we got taller every year.
I love that part of it. But you know what I love about this video is almost pretty much every family can relate to this moment when you're waiting for your parents to say it's okay to see what Santa brought you, and you're so excited and you haven't slept all night long because you want to see what Santa brought.
Yeah.
And still do.
So send them in, friends@foxnews.com. We've already gotten some really cool pictures. Terry sent this picture of her Fab 5 children celebrating Christmas in Colorado. We want to get these pictures and videos in from every state in the country. So
This shot is from Sabrina. Check out her dog, Wrigley, celebrating Hanukkah. Happy Hanukkah.
Rebecca sent this video of her daughter opening her favorite gift from her grandparents in Florida.
This is from Nene and Pappy.
That is so
For
adorable.
Nene and Pappy.
Keep those videos coming.
Good job, Grandma and Grandpa.
Inspired by people. It's still going. She might have outdone. That's like the full Doocy.
You know what? There are videos like that going on all over the country at this very moment at 7 a.m.
Send them in.
So send us in your videos because we might play them on the show this morning.
I didn't get to do that last night, though. I had kind of a Christmas speak. All the gifts from my sister. We got the family together and her kids. And my sister said, I thought we were doing it tomorrow. So she did the old psych. So I've been teasing her about it ever since. She's probably watching this now, and she's really mad at me because...
So she gets no gifts?
We didn't get any gifts. We gave the gifts, and she didn't bring them.
Oh, you didn't get any
She said, I got to go to her house today.
Yeah, but Ed, haven't you been told that it's about the giving?
Yeah, that's all I care. I'm not mad.
It's not about the receiving?
It doesn't matter if I get it. Yeah, it's about the giving. Yeah, you're right. It's about the giving.
We should ask Santa about that. Hey, when was the last time that somebody gave Santa a gift? You never hear about that.
Well, cookies. People give them cookies.
Oh, cookies. And Mike Huckabee said that he leaves Chinese food.
Chinese food.
How was that Chinese food?
Yeah, how was it?
Santa?
Oh, I'm sorry.
He's probably napping. He's been up all night delivering
Are you
gifts.
still digesting? We had Governor Mike Huckabee on from Arkansas yesterday, and he said he likes to leave Santa, this is kind of a tradition for him, not the milk and cookies, but some Chinese food. How was that? Is that different? Do you like that?
Oh, I love Chinese food. I have it at least twice a year.
Twice a year?
Okay, but your favorite are still chocolate chip cookies, right?
Oh, yeah, and there's nothing like a good glass of milk and some nice cookies.
The viewers, Santa, are sending in some questions for you, so we've got to ask, how did Rudolph do last night?
Rudolph did fine.
Yeah, he got you to where you needed to be, huh?
Yeah, he guided me straight through.
Man, a few words.
Man, a few words, but they always matter. So how did you meet Mrs. Claus? I love this question. I think everyone has wondered.
Everyone wants to know about the story.
I hope there's a good one.
Well, it was a long, long time ago. We were in the shop. So we started working together, and year by year, things just...
It's kind of an office romance, you'd say.
It
is. It was. It's been going on for a long time.
Love at first sight. I love that.
That's really sweet. Well, we'd like to see
And
Mrs.
you guys,
Claus.
you
Bring
know
her
what?
next year.
You're still going strong,
Yeah.
and that is so great. So Santa, we're gonna keep checking in with you all morning long, and keep sending us your questions for Santa Claus because he's a little tired, but he's still here.
We're waking up somebody else this morning.
We are waking up somebody else. So there's no place like home in the holidays, but since we're celebrating with all of you, we're bringing our own families right here on the Curvy Couch.
And joining us now via FaceTime to help us celebrate our very own.
You have occasionally Love Actually last night on Netflix. And I realized on Netflix there is a channel that just says fireplace. And so this morning I thought I would put the fireplace on.
That's cool.
That is hilarious.
You're right about Love Actually. My sisters always want to put that movie on. I don't get it.
What did you think? Did you like the movie, Steve? It's one of my favorites. Maybe it's just women that love it.
I've seen it 100 times, but that awkward scene where they're making a porn movie, I think makes it not a great movie to watch with your family. Just saying.
Right on.
All right, so I know
Something
that...
better with gingerbread cookies, maybe.
Mom's been cooking.
Yes, Mom's been busy. We're just here waiting for Peter. Santa is coming. He came last night. As you can see, plenty of stuff. And by the way, the Huckabees have Chinese food for Santa. The Duceys actually left French's crispy fried onions. Santa narrated
my present.
Very nice, Peter. Very nice.
Speaking of opening presents,
yeah, you were so nice yesterday, Steve, and you sent us just the best Christmas home videos we've ever seen. We've been playing it on repeat ever since. Peter Ducey looking at his gifts for the first time. We can play some of that now. And the mastermind behind these videos is you, Steve. You filmed this every year.
I did. You know, when I was growing up, we lived in a bunch of different houses. And the unique thing about having been on the Fox News Channel for the last 20 years is we've lived in the same house. And so as a reporter, I figured, okay, early on in our marriage to Mrs. Happy, I thought, okay, what is one image that I could do every year for the next 25 years? Stand at the base of the stairs and watch the kids run by. And the interesting thing is, if you notice, in some of the, and there's, oh, she got her special gift.
Do you get emotional watching it, Steve?
In a lot of the images, it's dark because just like in the days of the Fox News Channel, we actually all worked. We worked every Christmas Eve, every Christmas Day, every New Year's Day, and every Easter because in the beginning, we wanted to make sure as many people could see the channel as possible. So we actually, my wife talked to Santa. She sent him some letters, wrote some letters, burned them up in the fireplace, asked Santa if he could show up on Christmas Eve. He always did in those early years. And then we would celebrate Christmas Eve and open the gifts that time. But then later on, about 10 years into the Fox News Channel, then we actually got to celebrate during the daylight hours.
Did you ever find out how Santa was able to put together that air hockey system in the basement and get around that tight corner?
Because that's what Peter was so excited about. We figured that out yesterday. It was the hockey game, air hockey.
You know, the interesting thing about that was I think we were at church when that delivery was made by Santa. And years later, our neighbor Ed told me that it was so big getting it off the sleigh into the basement. Ed, the neighbor, helped Santa, which we are eternally grateful for. Thank you, Santa.
Peter, what is it like back home?
It's great. It's the same. We do still all run in to see the gifts. It's just people sleep a little bit later now. My sisters are both in their 20s. We're not up right at the crack of dawn, but we do go down. We check to make sure that Santa had one of the cookies. It looked like the cookie jar was mostly empty. I don't know if there's going to be enough left for me when I get down. Yeah, but no, we do, and I'm sure that Mary and Sally, my sisters, will be asleep until at least I get home.
All right.
That's right. We are just waiting for Peter. And by the way, Peter, I love that necktie. It looks a lot like the one I wore on Friday.
Actually, so I don't know if anybody noticed, but I started the show with a different tie, and I thought it was folded in a weird way, and I did go upstairs and get it.
You know, I was thinking of one special story. When Peter was probably 10, we went to the world premiere of The Miracle on 34th Street, the John Hughes edition, and we watched it across the street from where you're sitting right now at Radio City Music Hall. And after the show, and it was interesting because John Hughes sat next one row away from us and just watched Peter to see where Peter would laugh. After the show, there was an after party, and all the stars were at this event. And Peter, what is the one memory you have of the Miracle on 34th Street world premiere?
I am hoping that this is the right answer to this, because if not, it's going to sound a little weird. But I remember seeing Santa in the bathroom.
Oh, really? That's something you don't
That's
forget.
right. On the way out, Sir Richard Attenborough was right there
And Peter
doing
went,
his Santa business, and Peter said, "Dad, that's Santa." I said, "I know, Peter."
That is
He's a
adorable.
movie.
But you know what? You're still just as excited to see what Santa left you. Even after that experience.
I think we're going to have to leave it on that note.
Steve, it was so good
thank
having
you
you
very
this
much.
morning. Thanks for sending the videos in.
Merry Christmas.
Oh, you come on home.
Now.
Oh, yeah.
Santa Claus in the bathroom. Yeah, that's
I'm
right.
super uncomfortable. Hey, I just pulled up some maps here for Santa so we can show you. So this is what it looks like across North America. That pink right there is really, really cold, and that's that cold air. It's across Canada. But Santa, you were in Finland. Not that bad right now. You must have gone through that area of low pressure there, though, and that probably caused some problems for you. But 39 degrees right now in Helsinki, Europe. You're looking good. The other real cold air is out across parts of eastern Russia and in towards Mongolia and northern China. There you go. That's where all the cold air is across the globe right now. Here in the lower 48, things are looking pretty good. In fact, really warm. We're going to break more temperatures across the south today. Temps back into the 70s and 80s here on Christmas Day, anywhere from parts of southern Georgia down throughout areas of Florida. The east, you're looking really good. A few scattered showers this morning across parts of the Tennessee Valley. But the big storm we're watching is this one across parts of the west, and that is going to be moving in towards the far northern plains today with that blizzard that we've been talking about for the Dakotas.
Thank you, Rick. Well, if only you gave Santa the weather the day before he flew.
I know. I'm trying to get in with Santa
a day late.
so we can exchange numbers.
Well, you might get a lump of coal when we do the Secret Santa then, because you didn't help Santa out.
Oh.
Not in time. I'm trying to redeem myself.
So next hour, if you were watching yesterday, we all picked each other's names for a Secret Santa exchange, and so we're going to be giving our gifts in the next
There were
hour.
some arguments about how much we were going to spend. Is it 25? Is it 50?
Yeah, we want to
it,
ask the people watching, if you were in our shoes, what would you give each of us if you could give us a Secret Santa gift?
And Kimberly, sent in these guesses for Rick, Janice Dean's book, for Peter, Visit from the Folks, for Ed, Ugly Christmas Sweater, and for Abby, National Park Calendar. Maybe thinking about Utah.
Oh, that's a great idea.
nice.
Those are some good thoughts. All right, this is from at Dial Rotor, says, I bet Kilmeade gave everyone his book.
I think that might be a shot, or it could be a compliment. It could be both.
That's great. Keep sending those in. Those are hilarious. All right, but coming up next on the Christmas Rundown, how the president-elect is spending the holiday and the reaction from those at this midnight mass that he attended last night.
And talk about a holy stroller. Brian Kilmeade and Cardinal Dolan hit the streets of New York. The Cardinals' Christmas message next.
That is the president-elect and his family kicking off Christmas with midnight mass and a standing ovation when they walked in.
And it comes as Mr. Trump begins taking steps to shut down his charity, avoiding any conflicts as president.
Lauren Blanchard, live now in D.C. with the details. Lauren?
Good morning and Merry Christmas, guys.
Merry
President-elect Donald Trump and his wife Melania attended Bethesda by the Sea last night. It's a nearly 125-year-old church in Palm Beach, popular for celebrities and politicians. And check this out, when the Trumps arrived, they received a standing ovation. Now, the future first couple received communion during the 2-hour service and greeted members of the congregation. The sermon focused on making room for God and letting go of resentments. Now, all this on the same day that Mr. Trump announced he would be shuttering the Donald J. Trump Foundation in order to separate himself from past and future controversy. In a statement, the president-elect said, "Because I will be devoting so much time and energy to the presidency and solving the many problems facing our country and the world, I don't want to allow good work to be associated with a possible conflict of interest." But it may not be that simple. The foundation has been under investigation by the state of New York since September. And the state attorney general's press secretary tweeted last night, "The foundation cannot legally dissolve until the investigation is complete." Mr. Trump also said in his statement he'll be pursuing his strong interest in philanthropy in other ways. Peter, Abby, Ed, back to you.
Thanks, Lauren.
Thank you, Lauren.
Thank you so much. Merry Christmas.
They get excited for the Trumps down in Palm Beach. They really do. I mean, you saw it there. It's not, it just everybody knows in Palm Beach that he's there at Mar-a-Lago. They drive by, they see all the police. So when he's off campus, it is, you saw it there.
They also see the Coast Guard behind you in the live shot, so guarding the water.
It is funny when we're there by the causeway. People will just launch a canoe or something out there, and if you start moving toward Mar-a-Lago, the Coast Guard is going to come after. You are in a federally protected water space.
Times have changed.
South.
And that's the same church they got married in.
Yeah.
Back in 2005, so a lot of meeting there. That was nice.
Second year in a row that they've done that with cameras rolling.
Midnight Mass. Yeah. Coming up, a holy stroller, Brian Kilmeade and Cardinal Dolan hit the streets of New York. The Cardinals' Christmas message is coming next.
And do you spend Christmas on social media instead of with your family? I hope not. Well, the social media do's and don'ts that you need to know this morning. But first, a message from our
Hi, this is Jadarius Reed. I'm currently located at Manama, Bahrain. I'd like to wish my family and friends in Charlotte, North Carolina, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and a Happy New Year. I love you and miss you guys and can't wait to see you.
After a Russian military plane carrying nearly 100 people crashes into the Black Sea. The plane was traveling from Sochi to a Russian airspace in Syria. Russian officials say the crash could have been caused by a technical malfunction or a crew error, but not terrorism. Vladimir Putin declaring a nationwide day of mourning. And more backlash against the UN vote to block Israeli settlements in Jerusalem. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu threatening to withdraw from the UN, saying Israel will be, quote, reassessing its ties. Meanwhile, Texas Senator Ted Cruz vowing to block all U.S. funding until the vote is reversed. Peter?
Well, the weather outside is frightful, so it was the perfect time for our own Brian Kilmeade to ask a famous person to skip lunch and take a walk with him.
Who'd want that?
Brian was blessed to take a walk with a truly holy stroller, Timothy Cardinal Dolan, the Archbishop of New York.
Normally on our strolls, I talk about I go to greet the guest, but this is the time when the guest comes and greets me. And a lot of people pointing to that. Ed, how would you characterize this time in America, and what would you say?
There's a community as well. There's people coming together, and Father Jonathan made that clear.
Yeah.
All right. Still ahead. Do you spend Christmas on social media instead of with your family? Well, the social media do's and don'ts you need to know this Christmas morning.
And he hosts the special that puts Christ in Christmas. And this morning, Todd Starnes is here with Christmas trivia. Will we pass or fail?
Come on in. Top fan producer Stephanie Freeman got the best gift of all. This is the perfect song for this. She got engaged to her boyfriend, Travis.
The two met in Florida and moved to New York together last year. So congratulations, Steph and Travis. Merry Christmas.
What a beautiful couple. Time of year to get engaged, too.
Yeah, we also have been thanking our staff that works around the clock during the holidays, so you can still see Fox and Friends and other shows. Segment producer Kelsey Mara, Christmas in
Jeff Field with his wife Diana and two daughters Isabella and Gianna. What a beautiful family.
And production assistant Jenna Johnson with her mom Julie and sister Allie at the Houston Nutcracker Ballet.
And here's booking producer Nicole Pepperman with mom Monica, her dad Bobby, and siblings Jesse and Perry in Las Vegas.
Nice. And this is writer Kelly Skian with her dad Johnny, sister Kara, and mom Julie in Chicago just over the weekend.
Here's writer Shannon Carney with her dad Terry. at the Christmas Story House in Cleveland.
And this is head writer Kyle Kalachka and his
room producers and Michael, Mom Sandy, and Dad Joe.
Associate producer Sarah Freeman celebrating with her nieces and nephew in Tennessee.
That's really cool.
You know what? We get a lot of the credit because we're the faces that you see out there, but the staff behind the show, and you can attest to this too, Rick, they're just fabulous, and they work around the clock for us all year long.
Don't you love that this is that one day we get to see what all their families look like?
Yeah.
You're like, oh, now I recognize where they came from. I love it.
It's so great.
It's a nice picture, so right.
Okay, we teased this before about the do's and don'ts of social media over the holidays on Christmas Day. And so we want to go through these just to give people a sense of what they should and shouldn't be doing today with their families. So here's the first one. What you should not do. They say posting photos of gifts on social media instead of family. Plus constantly checking your phone around the dinner table. Photos of drunk relatives, over-tweeting Christmas afternoon, and complaining about others' social media use. Maybe just put the phone down altogether.
Wow, I have a beef with some of these.
Really?
Yeah.
If you want to post a drunk uncle or something
if your uncle is drunk, he deserves to be posted on Christmas.
What about gifts?
I don't know. Some of the gifts I think I might post as well.
Really?
Yeah, if it's that really amazing gift.
I think if you've got a gift that's special, but I think the don't is sort of like ostentatious, like, oh, look, I got this wonderful new car when other people may be struggling right now, or I think there's a line there.
You know,
I've never thought of getting a car for a gift.
Well, I'm just saying, I thought of it because of the commercials. I don't get a car for, the Mercedes with the big bow.
You know what, though? I've got still some young siblings, 2 younger sisters, and it's that generation, like 17 years old, where you go out to dinner at night and they're constantly it's just that generation. It's just all they know. And so I think comes to us and family can all be together for, 24 sometimes. Put your phone down, because you can always catch up the next day or the day after that.
Without a doubt.
But it's easier said than done for some people.
Yeah, but maybe you have one of those things where you put it into a bowl or something, everybody's phones goes away, and you're just together.
You know, my husband and I have a rule when we actually go out to dinner. We leave our phones at home because we just don't want any distractions. The one hour that we get where you can just look at each other and have real conversations.
It's a great rule.
Yeah.
And we're going to do some trivia about whether we really know about Christmas. And we're going to do that with Todd Starnes in just a moment.
Yeah, we're going to get tricked up, I think. We do have some headlines that we want to get to. Starting with the sad story that we reported on yesterday, the outpouring of support for actress Carrie Fisher, the 60-year-old Star Wars star, remains in intensive care after TMZ reports that she had a heart attack on a flight from London to L.A. Her co-stars are sending her well wishes. Harrison Ford saying this: "I'm shocked and saddened to hear the news about my dear friend. Our thoughts are with Carrie, her family, and her friends." And Anthony Daniels writing on Twitter, "At last, I know what I want for Christmas. The galaxy's beloved princess, fully functional once more and soon." Wishing the best for her. And soon, millions of travelers will soon need more than a driver's license to get through TSA security. People in Kentucky, Maine, Minnesota, Missouri, Montana, Oklahoma, Pennsylvania, South Carolina, and Washington will have to use a passport, military ID, or a resident card. The Real ID Act was put in place to make it harder for terrorists to use fake IDs. And the switch will start in 2018. And here's this. Edward Snowden makes a Christmas plea, taking to Twitter, asking his followers to help the people who kept him safe after his leaked classified U.S. documents. Snowden, now hiding out in Russia, is raising money for him in Hong, suggesting that as a last-minute gift for the activist in your life, you could help those people resettle in Canada. Okay. And not everything can go smoothly on Christmas. Earlier, we showed you this. Someone using duct tape to seal presents after they ran out of clear tape. Well, Frank just emailed us, topping that guy wrapping an entire present. Look at this. In duct tape after realizing that he didn't have gift wrap. I like that.
It'd be really hard to unwrap.
That. Well,
you need like a lawn shear.
Yeah, the expression on his face too, like, yeah, I did duct tape. Yeah.
All right, so keep sending us more of your merry mistakes. Share them on Twitter, Facebook, or email us at friends@foxnews.com. We will keep showing them in the show, and it's also helpful. Last minute, tools.
Last minute.
Plenty of us still around.
All right, it's Christmas and season best holiday.
The Test, Fox News radio host and the author of the new book, The Deplorables Guide to Making America Great Again, Todd Starnes. All right, Todd. Merry Christmas,
Merry
guys.
Christmas.
Do your worst.
All right, I think we have the Justice League of Knowledge here, so I think you guys are going to do well. Here's question number 1. This year's annual Christmas tree lighting ceremony on Boston Common raised eyebrows in Canada. Was it because A, they actually called the Christmas tree a Christmas tree, B, it cost more than a 4-bedroom house in a gated community, or C, Jill Stein wanted a recount of the Christmas tree lights? See? Well, the answer is B. It costs more than a 4-bedroom house.
No one got it?
That's right. The Boston Globe said this tree cost more than $250,000, but the Canadians paid for it as part of a long-standing tradition. Next year, they're sending a poinsettia. Yeah,
I want a recount.
A recount.
You're supposed to give us the answers before the segment, Todd.
Sorry about that, guys. I missed that memo. Here's question number 2. How much would it cost to buy the 12 Days of Christmas?
The rights to it?
Ooh, what are the choices?
Actually, all the presents. All the presents in the 12 Days of Christmas.
All right.
Oh.
Less than $50,000 or more than $50,000?
I got it.
Yeah, I'm going more.
You know what?
I'm going under. I'm taking the under.
Me too.
Taking the over.
I'm going to go over.
All right, Ducey and Reichmuth, you guys are getting the correct answer here. Get this. $34,363. Just a slight increase from last year.
Now, that's interesting. I went to Siena College, so I see you have a poll from Siena.
I do. It's a fun poll, too. They polled New Yorkers about the Yuletide season. What sort of greeting do people in New York State prefer to use in December? Is it A, Merry Christmas, B, Happy Holidays, or C, one of the 7 words we're not allowed to use on the radio or TV by the FCC?
New Yorkers.
I'm going to go with B.
New Yorkers. I checked with Bill O'Reilly. I got it right.
Guys, this is a shocker. Ducey is absolutely correct here.
Me too.
As well as Ed.
Yeah.
That's right. Merry Christmas. 51% of New Yorkers.
Really?
But here in the Big Apple, it's only 39%.
Right. It's a
Well, that's
whole
what I was
state.
thinking of.
And they say a few other words, too. So that's not too bad for the first round of
That's
trivia.
good, yeah. We're going to do more.
We're doing more.
We're teasing. We're doing
we've
more.
got more.
So you do this Christmas special every year. Tell us about it.
This is really exciting, guys. It's our 3rd annual Fox Radio Christmas show, and we actually do this as an old school, an homage to the old school radio shows of the 30s and 40s. We film the entire show in front of an audience of about 1,500 people in Memphis at Bellevue Baptist Church. And look, it's an all-American celebration reminding people of the reason for the season. Just a lot of fun.
I love that.
And how can people hear it?
Well, the great thing is we have the whole show. You can watch it online, ToddStarnes.com. We have the video of it, and of course, it's playing all Christmas Day on hundreds of radio stations around the country. We have Grammy winner Jason Crabb, a great worship artist named Meredith Andrews, and 400 teenagers who are singing on a massive singing Christmas tree.
I love that.
It's a lot of fun.
Great. So when do you actually celebrate Christmas with your family?
Well, we celebrated right after we filmed this. Most of my family's in the Mid-South, so we got together, we did deep fried turkey and smoked a pork butt like we do in the South, and we had a great time.
Well, Merry
That's great.
Christmas.
Well,
Merry
we look forward to
Christmas,
watching that
guys.
today, Todd.
Thank you very much.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
All right, next on the Christmas Rundown. This holiday, an incredible way to give back to Gold Star families.
And the presents are open, so now it is time to eat. Chef Jay Jackson has the last-minute Christmas brunch ideas. That sounds great. But first, a message from our troops.
Howard out here at Al Udeed Air Base, working ammo. I'd like to make a shout out to all my people back home. My mom, Barbara Libby, Les Libby, my wife and 3 kids. Y'all have a good holiday and enjoy life.
Nel mondo il regno di Dio, un regno di giustizia e di pace.
The pontiff, of course, speaking from the balcony of St. Peter's Basilica in front of a massive crowd, says Christmas can materialist humility season. He's also urging compassion for refugees, reminding Christians that Jesus was a migrant. And the United States Marine Corps is getting into the holiday spirit with an awesome new video. How incredible is that? Jingle bells playing as our heroes set off guns and explosives in the background. Merry Christmas to all of our men and women who put their lives on the line to keep us safe, not just Christmas Day, but every day. Abby?
Absolutely. All right. Thank you, Ed. Speaking of service, Christmas is time for giving, and one mother is determined to let the families of fallen service members know they are not forgotten, especially during the holidays.
Liette Reback is the founder of Believe With Me, and she is here now with how we can all help. Good morning.
Good morning. Merry Christmas.
Good morning. Merry Christmas.
So, for our viewers who are not familiar, Believe With Me is a nonprofit that provides gifts for Gold Star kids at Christmas time and bouquets for Gold Star wives on Valentine's Day. They also now try to renovate Gold Star family houses. How did this program get started, Liette?
Well, you know, I've just been a grateful American my whole life, and we started with a small dinner. Just 9 Gold Star mothers came, and we had about 30 civilian moms, and the Gold Star mothers left very encouraged, and we all left very inspired, and from there we incorporated as a nonprofit, and we've just been dedicated to bringing hope and help to Gold Star families ever since.
How did it originally start? You met a Gold Star mother, right, that inspired you, and growing up you always wanted to find a way to give back, and this was something that was just close to your heart.
Yes, yes. My father was a Marine, his brother was a Marine, and I was just, my father was the American dream. He received a lot from his service in the Marine Corps and went on a very grateful. And yeah, so I always looked for a way to try and give back to the military, and met a Gold Star mom who just really encouraged and inspired me as a mother, and from there we just began serving these families who've lost loved ones.
So a lot of our viewers on Christmas are going to want to know how they can help this amazing effort that you're putting forth. How close are you to your goal of $300,000 for this project?
So far, we've raised approximately $35,000, so we're pretty short. This is a real opportunity for Americans to come on board and be a part of a Christmas miracle. So we're really hoping that everybody, before they get into unwrapping all their gifts this morning, is going to go to our website, BelieveWithMe.com, click on the project that's called The House That Love Built, and participate in this awesome opportunity.
Tell us about Aaron Vaughn and the house that you were trying to build for the family.
So Aaron Vaughn was a Navy SEAL. He was killed August 6, 2011. And I actually reached out to his mother one July 4th through Twitter and sent her a picture of my 4 boys and just said, in honor of men like your son, Aaron Vaughn, I vow to raise these boys to make a difference. And subsequently we met and became good friends, and she really is one of the inspirations for even beginning this nonprofit.
And what are you trying to do? You're trying to build a home, right?
Well, we're trying to purchase a home here in South Florida for her. You know, 2011, we were in the middle of a deep recession, and Karen and Billy Vaughn had been struggling financially like so many of us had. And in that year, they lost their son and their home and their business. And, you know, I can't do anything to bring back their son, but I think as grateful Americans, we can all chip in $5, $10, and really do something for this family that's given us so much.
It's so wonderful. So just quickly, again, remind people how they can help, how they can make a difference, even if it is sending $1 here, $5 there.
You know, if you go to our website, BelieveWithMe.com, and you click on the top where it says Help Buy a Gold Star Family a Home, or you click on the project that says The House That Love Built, you can read the story right there and donate immediately. And I'm not asking people to give large amounts of money. Honestly, it would mean more to this family to be able to say 39,487 gratefulkins give this, and that's why we're calling it The House That Love Built, because out of love and gratitude, we want to give back to this family.
And what is your Christmas message before we go, Liette?
It is because of families like this that we have the opportunity to celebrate in safety and security. So I just want to thank all of our military families, all of our Gold Star families, for your continued sacrifices on our behalf. Thank you so much from a grateful nation. Thank you.
Well, thank you for what you've done. It's incredible. Just bringing the community of these Gold Star mothers together, that alone is something that is so special. So thank you for all that you do. And Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Have a good day.
Thank you. It's powerful.
It really is.
All right, coming up, we talked to my dad earlier, and now it's going to be time to Skype with Ed Henry's family this Christmas morning. Ed's mom and daughter and the entire family just ahead.
Can't wait for that one. Plus, what's your favorite Christmas classic? Is it A Wonderful Life like Ed? We're going to share some of your favorite Christmas movies coming up, but first, a message from our Fox family. This is Bill O'Reilly.
Merry Christmas. You guys are up early on the Fox and Friends broadcast. This is O'Reilly, and I'm probably napping. I'm probably asleep. But the magic of videotape gives me the opportunity to say I hope you and your family have a very happy Christmas and a great holiday season. And thanks for being very loyal to the Fox News Channel.
And put those little sprinkly things on top.
First of all, from my family to yours, have a very Merry Christmas. Happy holidays, everybody. I hope you enjoy it with your families, as I will be. Merry Christmas.
Well, happy holidays and Merry Christmas there, Geraldo. The gifts are open, and now it's time to eat.
Woohoo.
If you still need some last-minute ideas for your Christmas morning meal, or maybe even brunch, we've got just the man to do it.
Celebrity chef Jay Jackson has you covered. He's also the owner of Entree Metropolitan Catering.
Yes,
Good morning, Merry Christmas.
Good morning, Merry Christmas, guys.
This looks like French toast to me.
It's French toast. It's the way to start off. It's sweet. It's just, this is a brown sugar, tastic sweet French toast. It's got orange segments in it, a little brown sugar, a little syrup, and I pour this over top to make it lovely. It's delicious.
How do you like to make the French toast lovely, as you say? Some people just throw a little butter and bread together. What do you do?
My secret for French toast, particularly during the holidays, I use eggnog instead of milk.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a good trick. This is brioche bread.
So you dip it in the eggnog. That's all.
Yeah. That's all.
Has everything you need in there.
It has everything you need in it. So it's super easy and sweet. That's with Tastic Sweet. I don't think you've ever seen this, but this is an all-purpose spice that I have on my website that you can use on everything.
What's your site so people can find it?
ChefJJackson.com.
All right, easy enough.
Very easy.
This one looks so cool. I'm assuming
So now we're
this is like
savory.
a potato.
Yeah, so it's a roasted potato kind of situation here. I roasted that down. I put some fried sage on top of it. It's really good. Again, I take Tastic, melt some butter over top of it, and just kind of put it in the oven for an hour.
Why just have regular sage, Edwin? You have fried sage.
Right. Fried is so much better.
This looks like a baked egg kind of situation.
Yeah, frittata. So this is a Brussels sprout and pepper frittata. Yeah, and I have a plate for you.
Dive in?
Yeah, because I want you guys to eat.
A Brussels
And
sprout.
I'll come around.
You had a chance to have some eggs today.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely.
So Brussels sprouts.
Yeah, Brussels sprouts. It's got eggs in it.
What's the secret to
peppers.
making a frittata? Because this is so good for families like mine that are so big, because it feeds a lot of people, and you can just put anything in it.
It's so easy. The secret is just potatoes at the bottom. That kind of holds it all in place.
Can you feed 55? Because the Huntsmans are...
I can feed 155.
So is there a secret to a frittata, or you're just kind of...
It's really just an egg mixture, and then whatever you want to put in it. So if you're vegetarian, you can put only vegetables in. If you like meat, load it up. Bacon, ham.
Load it up.
Yeah, you name it. You can add whatever you want to it. That's super easy.
And you can make it into a breakfast sandwich. You can just have it plain.
You can put it in a cast iron skillet. Go to town on it. It's so easy. It takes like 30 minutes. This is a little hot cider for you. And I put this again. I rimmed it with the Tastic Sweet, which is really good. Nice and hot.
I love
on
how you
this
have a
cool
full
day.
cinnamon stick inside.
Man, it makes it so much better. Just
And what did you
adds a little
rub
accent to it.
the top with?
This is Tastic Sweet. Again, it's multi-purpose. You can use it in so many things.
great.
Yeah, it's
And
great.
that smells so
good, right?
That's half of it, is you want your kitchen smelling like Christmas.
Right,
Cinnamon,
right.
apples.
Yeah, together putting presents, or they don't want to spend a whole lot of time in the kitchen. How do you kind of get that all together?
So what I would do in advance is I would get whatever you want to put in it together. You can put that together with the eggs itself.
Okay.
Put that, mix it all up, put it in the fridge. In the morning, take the potatoes, put it on the bottom, put in the egg, throw it in the oven. 30 minutes.
Oh, this is so easy.
So easy. It's like an omelet, but you bake it. So it's a lot. You don't have to sit over a stove and wait for it. It's super simple and easy.
Chef Jackson, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Thanks for being here.
Thanks for
These are
having
such
me.
great recipes.
Thanks.
Here this morning.
Now, coming up on this Christmas, who doesn't like watching Home Alone on this holiday? We're talking top films next hour, plus your favorites, friends at foxnews.com.
And up next, we're revealing our secret Santas live. What could be in those boxes? Rick is getting his gift right now. Rick, don't open it. The next big reveal is coming up next. Woo!
This was great.